Hey guys, it's Easter Sunday, a day that we celebrate with family, a day that some of us attend church, um, or you just do the Easter basket thing with your family. But it's a day that most of us spend rejoicing, and I've done a lot of that today. I went to church and it was beautiful, and I got to eat and enjoy a lot of food with my family, and then I worked out. Um, the sun was out a little bit this morning. I'm prepping for a new challenge group starting tomorrow, so I'm getting myself ready because I'm going to start a new program. Well, not a new program to me, I've done it before, but I'm going to start a new calendar. I'm going to start a separate program from Body Beast, which is what I've been doing since January. So it's been a prep day, mind wise and kind of work wise. I've been getting some things ready. And I sat down at my computer and started reading through some old blog entries that I had from over 10 years ago through a site called Zanga, which was a blog site way back then. And I had found a pro eating disorder group on this site where I would blog without judgment about fasting and purging and whatnot with my life. And I kind of journaled there, starting weight every day. Oh, here's this weight, here's that weight, here's what I ate, what I didn't eat. But I found something that is kind of relevant to the things I've gone through over this past year and the things that I've been freed of. So I wanted to read it to you, just to kind of show you how different things are. And it is from August 29th, 2005. And it says, "So I really hate myself. I look at myself and I just can't see anything positive. So many people tell me how good I look, how much weight I've lost. Number wise, yes, I've lost a ton, but I can't feel it and I don't see it. When I look in the mirror, I see the same person that was standing in front of the mirror a year ago. It disgusts me. I'm not happy. I was so big for so long that I know that with all of this work, that even in the end, I won't look normal. I'll have a ton of damage. My skin will hang, my stretch marks will remain, and I just want to cry. I want to feel normal. I want to not obsess over things like eating. It's like all I do is think about how I can avoid meals, or if I have to eat, where can I purge? It's disgusting, and the sad thing is that no one understands. As much as I hate it, it's my identity. I can't imagine not being this way. The thing is that I can't see myself ever really feeling completely happy or content. So I guess I give up. Whatever happens, happens. I'm done caring. I'll live the life I was given. I'll wake up, I'll go to work, I'll come home, and I'll start over. And if I don't eat a thing, how long will it take me to die?" That was my life. Um, 10, 17, 10, 12 years ago. Um, and I was so sad and I was so dark and I was so alone and I didn't care. And I think it was maybe less than a year from that post that I did end up in the hospital for being suicidal and depressed. And I didn't know what else to do. So I ended up in the hospital for about a week and then a couple of weeks of outpatient. And the reason that I'm sharing that is because I wrote in there that I can't ever see my life being anything different, that I couldn't see myself being normal, that I couldn't see myself not obsessing over food or over my eating disorder. And in this past year, I mean, it took almost 12 years later, but in the past year, that's happened for me. I'm able to go to a grocery store without having anxiety. I used to not be able to do that. I had times where I would get a basket or a cart full of food and I would have little minor panic attacks and literally leave my basket in the store and go home with nothing because I just couldn't handle it. And to read that today and know how far I've come just in the last 12 months is eye opening to me and almost in a way heartbreaking because I read that and I look back at who I used to be and it's like a completely different person. And I want to go and hold that person and tell her that that's not the way and to tell her that she can be stronger than that and that she can get beyond that and to stop thinking that it would never stop and to stop thinking that death was the only way out because that's the way my mind was. And I wanted to share that because I know that there are people out there whether you're talking to someone about it, whether your friends or your family even know about it, and you might be watching this right now and you might be there. And I want to tell you that there's so much more, that you don't have to want to die, that you can find it within yourself to be strong and to find joy and to find happiness and to lift yourself up and realize that it's there. It's in there, and it takes effort. It takes work, but most importantly, it takes the belief in yourself to do it. And once you find that and you have that belief and that strength to know, okay, you know what, this is going to be hard as shit, but I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to make it happen. And it's worth so much more than had you never fought for it. So for those of you that maybe did not have a day of rejoice, instead you had a day of, oh my gosh, I'm around all these people who are eating and who are not thinking about calories and who aren't thinking about purging and who aren't coming off of a 4-day fast. And you're sitting there guilting yourself because you ate with your family, guilting yourself because you had candy, guilting yourself because you indulged. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to sit there alone right now and feel sad and angry because you had a day, because you lived life, because you did something that everyone else does every single day of their life without thought. It's okay. And I want you to somehow look in the mirror and say, I am worth more. I love myself. I am kind. I am smart. I am generous. I am strong. I want you to realize that inside of this body, inside of your skin, your bones, your muscles, the flesh, inside of all of this, you have a spirit, a soul, whatever it is that you believe in. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. I don't judge you. But you have a being inside of all of this that pushes you every day. It's what makes you who you are. It's what makes you all of those things and mannerisms and personality traits and behaviors. It's who you are on the inside. That person is capable of change every single day. So whether or not in your mind you're saying, I can't do it, I'm not strong enough, I can't make this happen on my own, that's not true, because you can. You have to make the choice. And even if it takes you every minute of making that choice, it's possible. And it's not always easy to talk to the people around us about it because we're afraid of judgment or we're afraid of the positive reinforcement. I got a lot of positive reinforcement during my eating disorder because not everyone knew. So you get a lot of that ego boost of, oh my gosh, you've lost so much weight, you look great. But when they don't know what's really going on, you can't accept that as reality either. You can't take those compliments and say, cool, they support me, they agree with me, they're encouraging me, because they're not. They don't know what you're really doing if you're hiding it. If you can't talk to someone close to you about what you're going through because you're scared of letting them know, you're scared of letting them see, you're not ready to take that mask off for the people that you see day to day, then please know that you can talk to me. I have been there and I have laid in my bed at night and wished that I wouldn't wake up. I've laid in my bed at night and wondered what people would think if they came and found me dead. And I don't want that for anyone. So if you're there and you need someone to talk to, I just want you to know that you can talk to me. And I'm not going to judge you. And I might not have all the answers either, because I've kind of had to trial and error and trial by fire my way through this sometimes. But I can listen and I can love you and I can pray for you and I can tell you that it'll be okay. So I just wanted to encourage you today as I read that from my former self. And I wish that I could go encourage her as she sat and wrote that day in and day out. That was one entry of about a 3-year blog history that I have saved and read through. And that's just one. And there's so many more like that. And I wish I could go back and shake her and just say, stop it. So if that's you, if that's where you're at and that's what your heart is, I want you to know that I love you and I wish I could wrap my arms around you and tell you that it will be okay. And I want you to know that no matter what anyone else is saying to you or what you're afraid of anyone else thinking about you, I want you to know that fear has no power when you don't let it. Okay? I want you to have hope. I want you to have a confident expectation that these changes are possible. Whether it's in your mind or your body or your spirit, it's possible. And with that, I hope that you do enjoy the rest of your Easter. Goodbye.